Hey everyone, welcome back to Lovoria Network, where real emotions meet unforgettable moments. Today's story is one that will shake your heart and stay in your mind long after it ends. It's about a grandmother, her daughter, and three little souls who were left behind. It starts like an ordinary day, but ends in a way no one could ever imagine. So, grab your coffee, sit back, and listen closely, because this isn't just a story, it's a journey through love, heartbreak, and strength. It was a bright Saturday morning when my daughter, Emily, called me. She sounded tired, maybe even distant. "Mom," she said softly, "can you watch the kids for an hour? I just need to run some errands." Of course I said yes. I loved my grandkids more than anything, little Mia, just 6, Tommy, who was 4, and baby Noah, barely a year old. I thought it was just a favor for the afternoon, something any mother would gladly do. When Emily dropped them off, she kissed each child on the forehead, hugged me tight, and whispered, "Thank you, Mom. You've always been my rock." Something about her tone lingered in my mind. It wasn't just tiredness, it was finality, a goodbye wrapped in gratitude. But I brushed it off. Maybe I was overthinking like mothers do. She said she'd be back in an hour. But that hour never ended. The kids played on the living room floor, laughing and shouting with their toys while I made them grilled cheese sandwiches. I remember looking at the clock. An hour passed, then 2, then 5. I tried calling Emily. No answer. Texted her. Nothing. My heart started to tighten with worry. She'd never done this before. Something was wrong. Night came. I put the kids to bed, trying not to let my panic show. I told them Mommy would be home soon, maybe she was just busy. But inside I felt the dread creeping in. I stayed up the entire night, staring at the phone, waiting for it to ring. It never did. The next morning, I called the police. I explained everything, how Emily had left, how she said it was just for an hour. They took the report but told me sometimes adults leave to clear their heads. I couldn't accept that. Emily loved her children. She wasn't the type to just vanish. Days turned into weeks. The kids kept asking, "Grandma, when's Mommy coming back?" Each time I'd force a smile and say soon, even though my chest ached from lying. I checked shelters, hospitals, even old friends she hadn't spoken to in years. It was like she'd disappeared into thin air. I started to think back to her life before she left. She'd been struggling, her job was unstable, her boyfriend had recently walked out, and she was drowning in bills. Maybe it was all too much. But even then, I couldn't imagine her abandoning her babies. Not Emily. Not my little girl. One afternoon, I found a note tucked inside her old purse that she'd left behind. My hands shook as I unfolded it. It read, "Mom, I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. Please take care of them. They'll be safe with you. I just need to start over." My heart shattered right there on the kitchen floor. She wasn't missing, she had chosen to leave. At first, I was angry. How could she? How could a mother just walk away? But as days turned into months, anger faded into heartbreak, and heartbreak slowly turned into understanding. Life had crushed her spirit, and maybe, in her own broken way, she thought she was giving her kids a better chance. I raised those 3 children as my own. I became their grandmother and their mother all at once. I attended their school plays, their birthdays, their first days of school. Each time I told myself Emily would have been proud. Maybe one day she'd come back, ready to be part of their lives again. Years passed. Mia grew into a kind, thoughtful teenager. Tommy became protective and strong, always looking out for his younger brother. And Noah, he was too young to even remember her. To him, I was Mom. That broke me and healed me all at once. One night, nearly 7 years later, I got a call. The voice on the other end was shaky. "Mom, it's me." I froze. Emily. After all those years. She said she'd been living in another state, working odd jobs, trying to rebuild her life. She said she was finally ready to come home. When she arrived, the kids didn't recognize her. Mia stood still, unsure, and Tommy looked at her like she was a stranger. Noah just hid behind me. The pain in Emily's eyes was unbearable. She realized in that moment what she had lost, not just time but connection. We sat on the porch late into the night. She cried, I cried. There were no easy answers, no perfect apologies. Just two mothers who had both lost something precious. I told her that forgiveness takes time, but she still had a chance to be in their lives if she truly wanted to. It's been a slow process. The kids have begun to open up to her bit by bit. They call her mommy again sometimes, but it's hesitant. And I know she'll have to earn their trust, the kind that's built through everyday love, not promises. Sometimes, when I look at them all together now, I still wonder if she did the right thing or the wrong one. Maybe both. But I've learned that motherhood isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up, even after you've fallen apart. And that's what Emily is trying to do now. She comes by every weekend, cooks with them, reads bedtime stories, and helps with homework. She's not the same woman who walked away all those years ago. She's stronger now, and I think that's what they needed to see. If this story teaches you anything, it's that people make mistakes, sometimes the kind that change everything. But love, real love, finds its way back home even if it takes years. So, to every parent, child, or grandparent out there, hold your family close. Because the moments we think are ordinary might be the ones that change everything forever. Thank you for listening to this story on Life Stories Network. If it touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more emotional journeys like this one. Until next time, cherish those you love because tomorrow isn't promised.